So it's May the 11th and we are canvassing in Hortonville along Old Wharf Road, and I actually have a driver today, Carol Harris, one of our more dedicated volunteers. This is an old historic part of the valley. You can see some beautiful farmland jutting out to the new Minas Basin. And you probably can't see it, but there's actually a sign, lawn sign, way down the road there. Maybe we'll catch it on video as we drive by. I'm going to maybe stop in and say hi and thanks to the owners there. So this is another historical part of Grand Pre. This is actually not related to the removal of the Acadians, but of a battle that took place between the French and Great British. During the first half of the 18th century, France and Great Britain were at war for imperial domination of North America, and most of the Acadians that lived around here, including those at Grand Pre, wanted to stay out of the conflict, but obviously they could never do that. So in late 1746, more than 500 New Englanders were sent to establish a post at Grand Pre, and the French headquarters 240 miles away in Amherst, what's now Amherst, heard reports of their occupation, and in January 1747 sent 250 soldiers to attack Grand Pre. And the soldiers were joined by about 60 Mi'kmaq warriors and some Acadians who traveled on snowshoes in extreme cold and snow. Anyways, incredible history around here, especially for someone like me who's from Vancouver, where there's not a lot of history. I actually went biking in Whistler one day, and my wife and we saw a home, and it said Heritage Home, 1971. So that's what counts for heritage in Vancouver. So this is the Grand Pre Interpretive Center. For those of you not from Nova Scotia, the short story is that the Acadians, which were descendants of the French, were forcefully evicted from the land by the British troops in the 18th century, and because they wouldn't support the British in their war against the French. And very tragic part of Canadian history, but the Acadians were incredibly resourceful people, built hundreds of miles of dikes to keep the salt water out of their farmland, and this is an incredible legacy that the dikes still stand. And of course Longfellow wrote a poem, a very famous poem, Land of Evangeline, which is why you see the name Evangeline everywhere around here. And the poem was about a young Acadian woman who lost her lover and spent her whole life searching him out. And of course our daughter's name